welcome everyone back to the MCEdu server. Today with me I have Shane, who commonly goes by Mr. A, or Hikari Kishi. Together, Shane and I came up with what we're calling the EduCrew Answer System, which is what we're going to run through today. This schematic is available for download. If you let Shane or I know, we can get it for you. We are in the process of trying to work out a good way of having the schematics from this build available for download, or schematics from all of these builds on the server available for download from within the server itself. But EduCrew Answer System, so the whole idea here, and Shane and I were sitting down talking one day about having multiple choice questions in the game. There are question blocks available in in Minecraft EDU, but they're not fully implemented yet, so they're not actually available in the inventory yet. So in the meantime, Shane and I have come up with this system here, which allows you to have multiple choice answers in the game through the use of command blocks, and there's all sorts of neat little tweaks and features we've got associated with this. So Shane should have answered no questions, so when he stands on that green block, hopefully that door will open. Right, and Shane will go in, and then once someone is inside that room, I guarantee you I've not answered any questions, but I can't get in until Shane has finished. So that way there's no confusion as to who's answered the question and who hasn't. So Shane, you use this in quite a few of your maps. So talk us through how you use it, why you use it, and how you get the kids to go through this sort of system smoothly so there's no backup.
Yeah, I've used it in definitely my decimal, I guess in my decimal series, my decimal map, decimal island, and decimal triathlon. And what I have them do is on the outside of this, they'll actually be, the question will be actually on the outside where they'll have to do the calculations prior to coming into the room. So really when they come in the room, they shouldn't be in here for more than a few seconds because they've calculated. They'll go through and say, okay, my answer I believe is this one, so I'm going to pick it and get kicked out. And then it pushes them out, and off comes the next student. The fact that they have to do their calculations outside means that there should be very little lag on the inside, or waiting time.
So now that Shane is not in there, you'll see the door opens for me. And I just put the question on the video for you. Shane was kind enough to write a question about me. How many times have I managed to crash this server? I believe the answer is incorrect, but the guys tell me that it is correct. So I'll give you an example of what happens. So they get in here and we get the option of 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times. So as soon as I stand on one of them, right or wrong, I'm going to get teleported to the answer, the room that gives me a message saying I was right or I was wrong, and also a reward if that's what you want to do. So if I say I think I've only crashed the server 1 time, so I just come in here, I stand in here, it triggers me straight out, and I get told it was incorrect. You can see it down here, so whispers to you incorrect. I've got a score of answered set to 1 so that I can track if I've answered a question or how many times or how many questions students have answered, and I got a bonus of 1 piece of coal. If I set my answers back to 0 and go back in and answer what Shane tells me is the correct answer, you'll see I'll get teleported again, and I get told I got it correct, great job. I get an answered score of 1, so we're still tracking whether it's been answered, and I also get a score for correct, which I only get 1, but I actually already had 1 associated with me, and instead of getting coal this time, I got some steak. So all of that is relatively customizable in terms of the reward you get, and I've used it a couple of times in some maps, and haven't had too many issues. Once the initial run through is all secure and done, then you're pretty much right to go for any number of students to go through and get the answers and keep track of it. So Shane,
one thing I was just going to say, one thing to also look at is, okay, I didn't clear mine, or at least I don't think I did, because myself didn't clear mine. If I was to try to go back into this because I've already answered it, notice that it's not opening for me. So
Right.
we've actually set it so that the kids cannot can like repeatedly go into the same one and pick the right answer and get the rewards over and over again.
Right. So that's one of the neat features I wanted to talk about. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look at the insides in here, and I won't show you all the commands. Shane has got the commands in a Excel document or a Google Drive document. Is that right, Shane?
Yeah.
And you can just copy and paste them directly from there into the appropriately coloured wool block. And I think you've all got the coordinates self-calculating as well. Am I right there? Or have we not done
Yes.
that yet? Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Okay. So each answer system has a clock that runs here. You can turn that off if you don't want it on, but that basically is always looking for a player on that green block out the front. So that green block that Shane and I were standing on to open the door is the one area that this section of the command block, so that's the pink block, looks for players at that location that have not answered this question basically. And then to stop people getting in, if there's someone else already in there, that's this red command block, so that's also triggering, and that locks the door so that people can't get in. This next series of command blocks here, the purple ones, they're the teleport blocks. So one of these teleports on top of this command block, and one of these, and three of them teleport to this one. So this side here I know is the correct, and this side here I know is incorrect. And then the yellow, grey, and dark grey wool blocks, the command blocks associated with them, are the ones that tell you, give you a reward, and set your scores for correct and answered. So that's basically how this works. Again, if you would like to jump on and have a look, you can actually have a look at all the commands, and this schematic is available. I do want to address an issue that I had, or my students had when I first used this, and that was that they didn't get a second chance, that they felt that was an issue for them. My Year 8 students, when we did this. So Shane and I spent a fair bit of time prototyping and developing a more advanced version of this. And I hesitatively say advanced because it's not any more advanced as such, other than it just provides the students the opportunity for immediate feedback, whether they got that answer right or wrong. And if they got it wrong, it gives them an opportunity to go and learn from that mistake and attempt it again. So what happens in the advanced version is the correct line, which is this door here. This is the correct line, just goes out to wherever you're heading to, but the incorrect line heads into a passageway that goes to a second one of these where you can give the students information about what they did wrong. So we were going to get this, and you can actually get this to the point if you want to put more rooms here, where depending on which question, which answer the students give, you can give targeted feedback about that answer. So if it's incorrect, you can actually track which incorrect question it was and give them targeted feedback to help them fix that, and then give them a second opportunity to answer a similar question. So in my path to percentage perfection map, I should say, the advanced one, where students came out of this door, they got led into a corridor that said, well, you got that incorrect, here's how to work out the problem. Go through here and answer a very similar question. So that's available for download, or will be available again for download shortly, from the Minecraft EDU world site. Anything else to add, Shane, before we close out this little video?
Nope, I think that pretty much explains it.
All right. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps explain what some of the things we're doing on the MCEdu server, and what some of the things that the EduCrew is offering for download, and also how we can utilize some of the mechanics of Minecraft to incorporate into our teaching and make our teaching a bit easier, and also possibly get that data out that some schools are very data heavy and want that data out of what we're doing. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you later.